Are you ready to grow your business and you don't know how? You're in the right spot. I'm Debbie Shadid, and you're listening to the Women's Business Success Show. I teach women how to grow their business by stripping away any confusion of how to get more clients and how to make more profit. If you're stuck, this podcast is for you. I've got simple strategies and I share shortcuts for you to grow your business without the drama and the doubt. Now let's get started. Quitting. So today I'm going to talk to you about quitting. Welcome to the podcast, you guys. We're going to be talking about quitting on your dreams. So I have to ask you, do you have dreams? Actually, I know you do because you're here. I think that we were born with a vision for ourselves, and we spend our life trying to change our mind about the vision that we have. We come up with incredible ideas that could generate thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars. And then we spend so much time deciding that they're not good ideas. We spend so much time quitting on an idea that could be so brilliant. Sometimes our quitting is not obvious. Sometimes it can be a bunch of tiny actions that eventually lead to complete failure, which causes most people to quit. So how about you? Have you been quitting? Would you quit on your dreams? Have you already quit on your dreams? How many times have you quit? I think we all have, and I think we all do. We're all quitting all the time. It's just a matter of how much awareness we have. We have to keep going even when we are allowing those unconscious small quits. We don't actually recognize what we're doing sometimes that slows our journey to live out our dreams. Does this resonate with you? Today, I'm going to talk to you about 3 reasons why people are quitting on their dreams. And then I've got some challenging questions for you. And stick with me to the end because I'm going to ask you to overcome some things so that you can stay on task for your dreams so that you don't quit. So let's talk about the 3 reasons people quit on their dreams. Number 1, things are not going as fast as they think they should be. Now we know about the shoulds. I know about the shoulds personally. I do this often too. So false ideas that we have about the shoulds. This is one reason why people quit. They think that things should be going faster. They think that things should be working out differently than they are, right? They think that things should be easier than they are. They have unrealistic expectations. In fact, we all do, about how things should be in our business, about how building a business should go. And how about social media, you guys? We look at social media at what everyone else is doing, and it looks so good. And sometimes we compare our beginning to somebody else's 10 years progress, right? I mean, we don't always know what's going on. And then we think we should be where they are. So that's that unrealistic expectation. Sometimes we find out that there is more to what we wanted to do than we thought. It's not as easy as it should be, right? I recently explored my own case of shoulds. And I kept thinking, how can the shoulds be fueling my success? And it wasn't, you guys. The shoulds are actually a way of saying to yourself that you didn't make it, that you're far behind, that maybe you've messed up, that you didn't get it right, that you're missing an opportunity, right? Think about where you are shoulding on yourself. Think about the things that you say to yourself about what you should be doing. And I really want to challenge you to look at that because that is not helping your mindset. That is not the mindset that is going to make you more successful. When you are thinking like that, that is a lack of belief in disguise. You should be is not the way to get you there. What you could be saying is, I'm ready to, I want to. Right? Instead of I should, you can say I want to, or I'm going to add this to the list of things that I plan to do. Instead, I should have. I'm going to plan to do this. So that's the first way that we quit on our dreams, is that we think things are not going as fast as they should be. So it's the shoulding all over yourself. All right, number 2, it's uncomfortable. We quit on our dreams because it's uncomfortable. Growing hurts. I mean, you think about a baby and having growing pains, it hurts. And when you're in business and you have growing pains, that hurts too. Change is not always easy. I mean, sometimes we're blessed that things come easy to us, but oftentimes we bump into something, some part of our business that is challenging. Most of the people that I work with, they come to me with a passion or a craft or a talent, and they love what they do. And then they get into business and they find out that they have to build a business, that it doesn't just happen overnight. The people don't just come, and it gets really uncomfortable. And so for a lot of people, that causes them to quit on their dreams. All right, number 3 reason why people quit on their dreams is that they lack faith in themselves. They lack belief. They don't know how to practice beliefs. And you guys, it takes practice. They don't know how to dig in and see where they need to improve their thinking. Look, sneaky thoughts come to us in disguise. You know, it's just like what I said in the beginning of the podcast, where we have all these brilliant ideas. I mean, we have hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of ideas that come to us, and we don't take action on them. We let those ideas just go, and those are all money-making ideas because sneaky thoughts come to us and tell us, that's not that great of an idea. Oh, somebody else is doing it. Oh, I don't know. That might take more work, right? You immediately talk yourself out of that. That is that lack of faith in yourself. This is where you need to dig in and do some work. So the truth is that your brain is designed to keep you safe. It is super sneaky. How many times have you not even started on something before you start telling yourself, this is really a dumb idea? 1 minute, it's $1 million idea, and the next minute, it's a bad idea, and you just move on, right? You just completely forget about it. You haven't even written it down, and you've already forgotten about it. That is your primitive brain keeping you safe, is keeping you in the cave. We hear about that, you guys, but this is real. That is the part of your brain that just wants to keep you safe in this place. That part of your brain that doesn't want you to do anything risky, doesn't want you to fail. So let's talk about you quitting on your dreams. Maybe you're saying, still, I haven't quit on my dreams, Debbie. I'm not a quitter. But I want to challenge you. You could be a quitter and not even seeing that you're quitting. How many times do you make a plan to do something in your business and then you put it off? Look, we're all guilty of that. I'm raising my hand on this too. You say to yourself, I'll do this tomorrow. You guys, that is quitting. That's these small, little, tiny quits that keep you from getting to your dream faster. How many times do you commit to do something new? Like, I'm going to show up on social media every day this week, and then you don't. That's quitting. When do you find yourself bored? Like you're already bored. How often does that happen to you guys? You've started something brand new. It seems super exciting, and the new part wears off. And the next thing you know, you are chasing a squirrel. That's what I call it. You are off thinking about something else. It's the next greatest idea. That is quitting. You don't finish what you started. That is quitting, you guys. When someone tells you no and you decide that your offer, what you sell, your product, whatever it is, you decide after 1 no or 2 no's or 3 no's, then you quit. Right? You haven't even given it enough chances to see if it's going to work. I would challenge you guys, how many sales calls, how many times will you respond to an email where you've been ghosted? How many consultations will you have and still keep having even when they say no before somebody says yes? Because if you stop along the way, that's quitting. If you haven't given yourself the chance to explore how you could be doing it different, then that's quitting. When you let somebody else tell you it's impossible and you begin to believe that they're right, that is quitting. When you start doubting yourself, you know how that is. You believe your own doubts, that's quitting. If you once had a dream, it was once possible, how is it impossible now? Ask yourself that. Check in with yourself on where you might be quitting. So let me ask you these questions. How uncomfortable are you willing to feel to reach your goal? How uncomfortable And how long are you willing to be uncomfortable to have what you want? How long are you willing to work on your goal? And will you keep moving towards that goal, even if you miss your deadline? Will you keep going anyway? Because what if you miss your goal and the deadline, and all you do is move the time frame out? If your goal is to make $100,000 by the end of this year and you don't make it, will you quit? Why not just move the date out, the calendar date that we've set for ourselves, move the calendar date out 6 more months and keep going? Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to learn new things that you have to master in your business? Now, a lot of the clients that I work with, this is why they come to me. They are really stuck, and they're stuck because they sort of have this mindset like, I can't learn this stuff. It's too hard. Like, I can't figure out how to, build my website, how to be on social media, what social media to do, what to say about myself. So how many times are you willing to raise your hand and ask a question? Like in my coaching that I do, the group coaching that I'm personally in, I'm always the one who asks the questions, because I'm like, if I'm going to spend money on coaching, I am going to get all my questions answered. Are you willing to do that? Even if it feels like you're kind of taking up a lot of time, and sometimes I feel that way, you guys, but look, I'm willing to ask questions so that I don't quit on my dreams. Are you willing to do that? How many times are you willing to pay someone to show you how to do something? Like willing to pay for help. Are you willing to go into debt to get help in your business? Most people that I talk to aren't. They have this dream. They know it's possible. They're telling me like I'm a 10 out of 10 committed. I'm going all in on this. And then when it comes to paying for coaching or paying for somebody to do their branding or paying for somebody to do their website or paying for somebody to do their social media, then it's like we come to the dead end. Now, wait a minute. They're not really that willing. Well, that's quitting, you guys. If you're not really that willing to invest in yourself, to bet on yourself, like go into debt. And I'm not advocating that you go broke. I'm saying sometimes, you guys, when you have a dream and you have a goal, you have to do whatever it takes to get there. I don't know of anyone anywhere that didn't spend money to make money. Somewhere along the way, we have this idea that people just start out and they've made millions of dollars or whatever the amount is for you, hundreds of thousands of dollars or thousands of dollars. Like, they worked at home. They just started their business on a shoestring. You hear it. And now they've made hundreds of thousands of dollars. You guys, that does not happen. We don't know the backstory. If you read stories about most of these people, they have been working on something for so long, so hard, putting in so much time. And then they look like they're an overnight success, and they're not. So are you willing to invest in creating something, invest in learning something, invest in marketing? All of those areas are things that you need to look at. What are you willing to overcome? There are so many stories that you have told yourself about why your dream is impossible. And again, I really want to challenge you. Like I hear all the time, I'm not good at technology. End of sentence, I'm not good at technology. Well, guess what? You could become good at technology, especially if you think it's possible. People tell me, I don't have any money to invest in my business. Well, okay. Most people don't have money to invest in their business. Most people borrow money to start a business. Somehow we think that we should be able to start a business and make money without spending any money. People tell me, I don't have any network. I'm an introvert. I hear that all the time too. Like that is quitting on yourself. If you just claim I'm an introvert and I can't get out of my comfort zone to network, look, you guys are never going to make it. I hear I'm not good at selling. I'm not a salesperson. Let me tell you what, we're all salespeople, whether we want to admit it or not. When we were born and we started screaming, we were selling someone on getting us something to eat. So we sell all the time. It's just about reframing our thinking about that. Sometimes we say to ourselves, well, it's different for them. It was easy for them, but it's not going to be for me. So I just hope today, you guys, that I've caused you to think about how you are quitting on yourself. I love to say this analogy, and I know I've said it on the podcast before. I'm going to say it again. How much money are you leaving on your desk. I love to imagine that there's, just a pile of hundreds of dollars of bills, this big mound of money, that every time that you don't go one step further in your business, you're just leaving that money sitting there. It's money that somebody else is making. It's money that somebody else is selling something to someone, right? Whatever you have, if you're not selling it to someone, somebody else is. So what are you willing to do to be able to pick that money off of your desk and be able to deposit in the bank? That's what I hope. Building a business is, you guys, building your mind. We never think about that. You don't build a business, you build your mind. We can learn the business skills. And again, that's what I teach. I teach marketing and strategies and all of the how-to. How do I do the social media? What do I say about myself? How do I create all of these things, all the how-tos, the technology? But what you need to do most is I have to be, and you have to be, becoming $1 Million Debbie or Successful Robin, or you fill in the blank. What it is that you want to be. You guys can convince yourself of anything you want to, right? We can kind of brainwash ourselves to believe anything is possible. When you think about something, some kind of thought on purpose over and over and over, then it really becomes a belief. And so you can believe anything you want. So will you believe that as a new business owner who is over 50 and actually almost 60, I have a client like this. She is in a business category where she tells me there's a lot of young people like in their 30s that she is kind of competing against. So she's almost 60. There's a lot of people in her 30s. And she said, over and over to me, like, I'm too old for this. I'm too old. And I'm like, no, you're not. You are smart and you are wise and you have experience and you have determination that somebody else doesn't have. So what are you willing to believe? What are you willing to believe is possible for you? So if you want to find out more about building your business with the marketing, the sales, and the profit strategies that I teach that are proven, and by the way, only to women, then we can do that. But the magic formula to the business strategies that I teach is creating that $1 million mindset. That's what goes with it. And again, for you, maybe it's not $1 million that you're trying to build a business to, but whatever your dream business is, we can build that with a combination of proven business strategies and marketing strategies with proven mindset strategies. All right, you guys, I hope you have an amazing week. Do not quit on yourself. Get aware of where you are giving up, right? All the little tiny quits that you're doing. Get onto yourself and stop it. I'm telling you, just stop it. Keep going and really let that dream of yours, that God-given dream of yours, come to fruition. All right, you guys. Love to all of you guys. Have an amazing week. Bye-bye. All right, my friends, that is it. Now it is up to you. I want you to take the strategies. I want you to go implement them so you can grow your business. Skip the overwhelm and the doubt. Until next time, bye-bye.